Hello, guys. Welcome to EduTab. I'm your mentor, Veed, and I bring you one successful story of RBI topper of 2021. And today, we would like to introduce to you Mr. Nishad Yadav. Nishad, welcome to EduTab.
Thank you, sir. Hello. Good
Uh,
morning.
so, how's the feeling right now?
I'm feeling very good, sir. Actually, as the reality is literally just set in after results, I think declared on 11th September. So after the communications, the reality has set in and feeling very overwhelmed and looking forward to the new life ahead.
New life ahead. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a dream come true.
yeah, yeah.
So, let me give you the brief layout of this entire interview. First, we talk about the background, then the strategy related questions will be there. And by the end of the session, we will take up again some general questions, whatever an aspirant can look for, how you can be a source of inspiration. So some general questions will be there. So let's start with your educational background. So tell us about your educational background.
Uh, act, uh, okay. So I am a BTech civil engineering graduate. I completed in 2015 from MBM Engineering College, Jodhpur. Then after that, in 2016, I attempted the GATE exam. So from that, there are two ways. You can either join MTech for further studies or you can go into PSUs. So my main goal was to do a job first. So I got the PSU. So I started working in Indian Oil Corporation, IUCL from 2016. And since then, currently I'm working there only. So that is the background.
That is the background.
Yeah.
So you're already working in the PSC sector, and IOCL is one of the most top paying jobs in the country as of the moment. So
Mm-hmm.
from engineering background and having a dream job of IOCL, and now moving to this RBI grade B, what motivated you that no, this job profile doesn't suit me, I need to move further to a different sector?
Hmm. So actually, I'll directly tell the truth that IUCL for a GATE aspirant, IUCL is the topmost job that they can get.
Yeah.
From every other companies, people come to IUCL. So when I started working in 1.5 years, work profile was all good, but the major thing that worried me is about the future life progressions and mostly about the transfers and all that the work-life balance that there is, because industrial work needs a lot of determination in the terms of work-life balance. It disturbs it a little bit. So you have to work as per the site conditions. So I did not have some like I have to go RBI. I did not have that in mind. So in 2018, after like 2 years of my job, I got to know about this exam from a person. And when the form came, when the notification came, that time in 3 July 2018, the notification came, and after 10 days of it, I filled the form. So okay, I'll just give this exam, and I just studied 2 months of current affairs and what were the the last month strategy videos that everyone publishes. Followed that, got through the prelims, then got through the mains and gave the interview. But since my preparation definitely was not well, I was not well versed with the GA subjects, and but because I was from a technical field, right? So did not clear that time. Then 2019, gave again with the preparation, but unfortunately did not clear the pre that time, missed by very low marks. And this time in 2021, like I'm blessed, I've cleared it. So this is the
So if we analyze your situation, just in a detailed manner, if we try to discuss this, in 2018 when you appeared for this exam, there was no burden on you that I have to clear it. You just want to have a fair idea.
yes,
And in 2019, I think when you were preparing dedicatedly for this exam, so there was a pressure.
yes,
And in 2020, this year 2021, the pattern was entirely changed. So
hmm,
over the year, when you were not having any burden regarding this examination, when you started preparing, you made through phase one, phase two, which are one of the most toughest stages.
hmm,
Though you said that by technicality was not, I was not very well versed in this knowledge field related to this RBI. So that's why I failed in the interview.
yes,
But in 2019, you came under the pressure.
hmm,
Maybe that is what we can say ki you failed in the prelims.
hmm.
And then 2020, you cleared all the three stages. So what went wrong in the previous attempts? How you maintained your rhythm in 2021 attempt? So if you can please elaborate on this aspect.
Okay. So what I'll elaborate is that for an aspirant who is looking to clear this exam, first of all, what I have felt is exam is very unpredictable, and you cannot rely on one guidance of only a one person or one trend. So at the in the my first attempt, I did not have much time. So the fast forward, brute force strategy is the only way to go. But in 2019, so in when I analyzed my 2018 attempt, so I analyzed, okay, I did not have the idea about the government schemes, and I missed major paragraphs due to this. So I should focus on this. Rest I'll manage. So I focused on government schemes more. And for phase one, I wanted to be more sure. So I covered up to 7 or 8 months of current affairs. So that reduced my focus on the previous 3 months, actually. So what happened is paper came out of literally 2.5 months. So I was like around 5 to 10 questions I could not answer because I had increased my coverage. So that was the reason. But I will not say that this is a learning for the future, that you have to go for the 3 months, but you have to strategize better. That what you have to learn from this is that it's not about the vast coverage, it's about the stability in your preparation, that you cannot think of one thing. So that was my main reason I think I failed the pre, because I could not score much in the GK on the higher side. I scored around only 50-51 marks, which is less as per the 2019 exam, and cutoff was very high. In 2021, so what I knew was that 3 months I have to prepare, like as you said in one video, that recognition or remember. So you
Yeah.
do not have to recognize, but the strategy is to remember the answer directly by the question for 3 months, I would say.
Read, revise, and recollect.
Yeah. So you should not prepare that, okay, I will see 4 options and I will remember the option. But you should, it like only if one line is given to me, I have to know the answer with my recollections. And for this, many revisions needs to be done for 3 months. And if when the time allows, then you go previous 1 to 4 months as much as you're comfortable.
Okay.
So this was my strategy. And at the same time, for the first time in 3 years, I prepared for phase 2 in advance for all the 3 sections.
Okay.
And the paper, as you know, was that GA was very lengthy in 2021 exam, and most of it was phase 2. Plus, it was designed as multiple choice. It was designed as filling the blanks. So while the earlier papers were completed in 10 minutes out of 20 minutes given, all the 80 questions attempted in 10 to 12 minutes. This year, I could only read once in 20 minutes, all the questions, and I did not have time to revisit the question that I marked even. Yes. So my phase 2 preparations in advance helped me somehow to get a good marks in GA and clear the prelims this year. So this is something you cannot, I don't think I could have thought it first, okay, this will help me. But as a future, you have to do it holistically so that you do not leave anything to the chances, because paper pattern is not same in every year. Yes.
But if we analyze, when you do not have a baggage, or when you do not have a basically what I want to say is, you need to have a temperament for each of these phases, because when you appeared at this 2018, you do not have a baggage, you were calm and composed, you just need to get an fair idea of this exam.
Okay.
But in 2021, there was a change of pattern. Suddenly the exam was completely on the unexpected line. As you even shared that even the GA portion, you were not able to go back to the questions.
No. Yes.
So how you maintain that temperament, because it's quite important one.
I did not touch this upon bit, as you said. So in 2018, I was focusing for the 2019 exams already. In my mind, I have to get exams 1.5 years later. And this year, if I reach mains, this will give me exposure, okay, how the mains is. And then from next year, I'll do. But somehow I got cleared that time. In 2019, from last 5-6 months, I was already, as you said, tensed in a mode that, okay, this time I have to clear. This is what I have determined 2019. This was my target. So earlier, but I think there was a bit negative thing that since I had already cleared with less preparation, so maybe that, hindered my mindset a little bit. हलवा है ठीक है, कर लेंगे, पिछली बार कर लिया था, बस गवर्नमेंट स्कीम्स देख लेंगे, कर लेंगे, हो जाएगा. तो ठीक है, जो पिछली बार करा था उससे ज्यादा करेंगे, इस बार कर लेंगे. बट वो कर लेंगे के चक्कर में नहीं हुआ. एंड देन उसके बाद 2020 तो got over in the pandemic, and after like in September, October 2020, I started my preparation because that's when the results were announced.
Okay.
So that's when I started after taking a break of 5-6 months. That's when I started the preparation. And the what I would say for the phase two, before the notification came, I had revised the finance and management at least twice, and my third revision was going on. So when the notification came, and after 4 days, they announced the pattern. So what I saw that 50% of the management that I have read 3 times, it is now not in the course. So it was a bit shock because I had already given much more time in that. In the finance, the syllabus was not much changed, but in management, I would say 50% is the new syllabus. So 3-4 days, 1-2 days I took for that. And what I would want to clear here is that everyone says that you have to maintain the temperament in phase 1-2. You have to maintain the temperament. Okay, if paper is difficult, it is difficult for everybody. Everyone knows this, but it is not easier to do.
Yeah.
For example, if I would say that my phase 1 exam was in shift 2. Okay, so after 12 the first shift got over. 12:13 or telegrams वगैरह, everybody said that paper is very hard, you cannot even score 40 in GA. 40 question attempt, I have attempted 45 questions. Reasoning is hard, everything is hard. So I got a fair idea and I got 1-2 hours to prepare myself. Okay, paper is hard, but I for now I cannot say for sure if I had been in the shift 1, would I have been to maintain the same temperament as I did in the shift 2. So some things I think worked in my favor. I got into exam hall. I already knew this paper is tough, GK is tough. And when I saw first 3-5 questions, I knew, okay, this is something else, not practiced before. Answer is in the filling the blanks format. You have to read the whole paragraph. Okay, you cannot just search the keywords and look in the options. So it was very hard paragraph. And current affairs, dated back to between 1 year, May 2020, April 2020. Lot of were there from August to October 2020, which people really don't cover. People cover from November, December, January, February. 4 months. So yeah, so temperament everybody knows, but I think sometimes luck works a bit. But you have to prepare yourself. You have to keep telling that, okay, I have to prepare for this. I have to prepare for this. It is hard for everybody. So it is easier said than done, I would say.
Okay.
Yes.
So just one last question before the strategy part. We will start the strategy. Just one more question. Because you are already working in a PSU, so how you manage your preparations? Because as many of these working employees who wants to give this RBI, they definitely want to know this question. Is that how we can maintain the rhythm of preparation with our job?
Okay, so in my previous 2 attempts, I requested to the organization to shift me into the shift rota duties. So in past 2 days, those helped me a bit because you can have the night shifts, read during those. But this year, I was in 9 to 5 job, so I had and I was already asked for favor from past 2 years, so I could not, like 3 years in a row. So I had to manage it from after 6 p.m. So what I would do is I would arrive at 6 p.m. home, and then from 6 to, I think, not regularly, but night 3 or 4 I would sleep, and then 4 to 8, 3-4 hours only I will sleep, go to office, and then sleep during sometime 1-2 hours during the lunch time. So I skipped the lunch, did the lunch there only, and in 1 hour of lunch you can take a power nap. So that's how I manage. In the evenings only I manage, because nothing else you can do, you have to put the hard work, right?
So even the God favors those who are brave. So you have taken the efforts, you have put all the efforts that you can, and in the end, I think the thing that you were sharing, that luck, there was a luck factor, but luck only comes to those who put the efforts.
Yes, definitely. Luck is a part, but you have to put the effort.
You have to put the efforts.
Yes.
अगर खाली लक से होता तो फिर 2018 में ही हो जाता.
लक से होता तभी हो जाता. 2018 interview, I would say that when I came out of interview, I know that I do not have the knowledge base to explain to someone like about I can clear the exam by reading the material. Okay, it is not, and the competition was also actually less, I would say, in 2018. People are now getting to know very much about the exam, and every year cutoffs are increasing, competitions are increasing. So, but the interview like showed me the mirror that, okay, you are not well versed in this area and you cannot explain the things that they are asking. So that is one thing.
Okay. So Nishad, I think you have explained each and every point regarding to this exam. Just some general questions and some motivational questions. You have explained each and every questions very beautifully. Now coming to the strategy part.
Yes, sir.
So let's start with our phase one.
Okay.
So GA, QRE, how you manage these two sections separately? Because many of the aspirants think that both the sections are different. You have to be good either in GA or you have to be good in QRE, but you can't be good in the overall paper of phase one. Is this true?
I do not think so actually, because QRE, because GA is more like if you are reading newspaper, then you are generally aware, and if you are not, then it is your capability to read a lot of facts and to like mug up a lot of facts if you are reading the materials in the end. And if you're following the newspaper, then you basically have an idea, you can connect the dots. But even then also you have to memorize the fact in the end. So that is I think that is a different ability. And QRE, for the engineering background candidates, I think they all take it, okay, I will do this.
I will do
So,
it.
yeah. So same for me. For QRE, I had scored good in the previous two attempts as well. Good in the means, I won't say very extraordinary, but on the average lines. What we should target is that at least you should score what other people are scoring on an average according to the paper. If 2019 paper quant was so easy that 30 out of 20 was everybody
Easy.
was getting, if
Yeah.
you get 15, then you're definitely below them. So you at least get 20, people will get 25, but that are some extraordinary candidates. So I got ordinary marks, and for 2 years, so I know that this is I can manage. You have to just do some mock test. I have done many times also before. So I did not prepare specifically for QRE, just the mock tests I gave. And for GA, as I will divide it into parts, that as from my past experiences, 3 months are most important. And in previous attempts also, I've tried many sources, but Cloud Affairs is what I found it to be the most useful and most which covers the whole, and basically everyone is also reading that. So you need not to go extra mile for just 1 mark. You can go, but then after after a point, each 1 mark carries a lot of efforts.
Yeah.
So you have to calculate your strategy first. What I would say is you have to finalize your strategy for everything, because there is no end to anything, and the boundary needs to be made. And strategy should be yours as per your comfort, and it should be sufficient for exam. If your if, I mean, you cannot say my comfort is too low. Okay, this is only comfortable, I can only read pointers, I can only read this PDF, जैसे 15 pages summary, and comfort. Okay,
कंफर्ट जोन से बाहर आना पड़ेगा.
कंफर्ट जोन से थोड़ा बाहर आना पड़ेगा, लेकिन इतना भी नहीं कि आपके एफर्ट्स वेस्ट जा रहे हैं.
वेस्ट जा रहे हैं.
हाँ, तो you have to fix a strategy, and you have to trust it, stick to it. Because one of my friends really gave me this advice before the exam, because because we see a lot of activity on the groups. Okay, so everybody, okay, he is reading that, oh, he is scoring this much. People say boast about their mock scores. So you read all those, but you have to not let distract yourself from that and deviate from your own strategy. Someone posted a new PDF and you go start reading it. So I don't think it's worthful. You may get 1-2 marks extra, but it will take your like concentration off from other areas.
Okay.
So you make your strategy and trust your strategy. Okay, this will work for me, I will have the luck, and I can put the effort. So Cloud Affairs, what I followed, 3 months, from December, January and February, 3 months, weekly PDFs. And what I used to do is, for every weekly PDF, I used to create a filling the blanks questionnaire. So it would take me around 1 hour. So I created a filling the blanks questionnaire. Okay, like this is the word that I need to remember in this, or this is the word that easy to remember, but this is I every time forget. So I created a blank there, and then did like 10 copies of that and kept it for revision. Okay, just one day I would, like week 1 December, I will take out the page, photocopy, I'll fill in the blanks. So I'm not also recognizing by seeing the options. I'm trying to remember, okay, what was the place and who got this position. And so that really helped me in revising. And what I did, I revised a lot of times. I would say I revised these 3 months, 7 or 8 times I revised these 3 months. Actually.
Okay.
Yeah. So because I wanted to be sure that if out of 80 marks, 40 even marks come from this, then I have to score 37, 38 out of 40. Because last year, because in 2019, GA was the only reason that I did not get into the pre. So because my GA marks was less. So this
Okay.
time I wanted to be sure in the GA. Okay.
So yeah.
Hmm.
So regarding this GA, though you have mentioned that how you try to cover up these facts and figures because there are a lot of data, but many parents still wants to do, okay, sir, though you have answered it just again. I want
Hmm.
this answer because to be state, many of the students might skip this
Hmm.
during the time, during the flow of this interview, they might skip it. So I'm asking it again.
Okay.
What is your suggestion for the future aspirants regarding to cover up different facts and figures? How to retain that? Though you have mentioned it, but I want it again, please.
Okay. So, but I would say that revision is the only thing that will help you remember, because data is so confusing and some data is not even clear. You will find something written in some material, something written in some newspaper, and some of things conflict. Missiles name, people name, they all are very confusing. Which thing launched, which who launched what, and the appointments they change every month. You read something in November and then they will change in January. Then you will get confused. Okay, he was appointed this, now he's appointed that. So what I would say, for the 3 months, you have to revise as many time as you can. If you can 4 times, good. 5 times, good. 7 times, good. And from the and then if you have time, you have to go back from that 1 month, 2 month, and at the same time again taking a day out to revise those 3 months. That is what I did. I went back to November, for example, but I took a day. Okay, I will revise my original months as well. And one more thing, what I would say, that when the results are out, for example, in October results are out, people expect that notification will be going out soon. Joining process has been completed. From that, you can literally start your preparation. Okay, and from that you can read current affairs. Maybe not memorize it, but read the weekly PDF, because that helps really a bit. Because for 1 month, September and October, I have read those only one time in those months only, and I read them again just one day before the phase one, and that gave me 5 to 6 questions I was able to answer because of that one read, because I remembered, because I memorized them in 5 months back. So this is where you can just put less effort on those.
So, guys, there is one simple strategy, and this we also suggest to our all the aspirants. There is 3R strategy. One is read, then revise, then recollect. That is the only thing that you can do in order to retain the so many facts and figures that are in the course, and especially related to current affairs. So I think, Nishant, you have explained each and everything related to the phase one. If a question comes in my mind, I will ask it
Yeah.
by the end of this interview. But yeah, let's come to the phase two now. So English, FM, ESI. Which one is the low hanging fruit? Which is the most easy part to score on?
Finance and management, definitely.
Finance and management. Okay.
So uh, what
Yeah.
I analyzed from the previous attempts, that people are scoring much more in finance and management, even 90 marks some candidates score. So if you consider same as a GA, because it has a definitive boundary, all of the things come from the material that EduTech provides only. So it is more easy to score, and since people are scoring, then you cannot let it go, because then you will, if you score 75 marks while 85 marks are the average people are scoring, then you're already 10 marks behind. So you cannot say I will cover this in ESI, because ESI is already tough and everybody do not have any idea what to read in ESI. And English is definitely, you cannot trust on English because it's a subjective paper, so subjective checking.
Yeah.
So yeah, the every year marks varied a bit.
So जो लो हैंगिंग फ्रूट है उसको तो एटलीस्ट चबाना ही चबाना है बाकी
So strategy was that from October I started reading finance and management, finance then management, then finance then management. So 2.5 times till January I was able to do this, and till the notification came. So 2.5 revisions was already done for these two, and this made it easier after the phase one in the last 15-20 days. So I would say treat it same as GA, because it is static facts, will not change in the theory. And numerical, if someone has time, like you do. Otherwise I did not do, because like some risk you have to take, like if I had made the strategy, okay, I will not give the time on numerical, but rather I would revise like once more. 2 days I will give in the revising rather than in numericals, that may or may not come. So that is everybody's personal strategy that they want to follow. They want to be extra sure or they want to take some risk, but you do not have to like second thoughts your strategy, what I would say, because it will irritate you inside and lose your concentration. Okay, I have not done numericals, people are discussing numericals. So finance and management, both are very, and I cannot say easy to score, but if you read, if you
Yeah,
give much time,
it's static syllabus. Mostly it's
yeah,
a static because
yes,
even the current affairs doesn't play that much role in the
yes,
finance
yes,
that they play in the ESI paper.
yes,
So all and management is completely static.
yes,
So you need to just revise and just read, revise and recollect. That's
yes,
the strategy
yes,
that you need to follow.
yes.
So coming to the ESI,
Yes.
actually, let's talk about the FM first and
Okay.
then to the ECA. So what were your sources that you referred for this phase two of FM?
Okay. So from phase two for previous 2 years and this year also, EduTech magazines I have followed because they are in easy language and I think they cover the everything fully. And each year, EduTech is I think adding more material as they see relevant from the past year trends. So it is well updated and there's no need to. I do not think there's no need to go beyond that because in the past previous exams also I scored good using those magazines as well. So I totally relied for finance and management both on those for the new syllabus also because everything was uploaded on time. So I was like it is I'm very grateful for that we did not lag behind. Okay, everything was available on time. So because everybody was worried, okay, how will we cover
Oh,
this?
yeah,
Yes, so I think you can everyone can follow.
thank you.
Yes, yes.
It's
Because yeah,
really encouraging for us also.
yeah, because I have followed it 3 times. The second time I did not give the mains, but I followed it.
Okay.
So I know we can score based on that.
Okay.
Yes,
So now coming to the ESI,
yes,
ESI, in ESI, current affairs play a lot of important role. Maximum questions are from the current affairs. Static is hardly I think 20% will be the 30% will be the static and 70% will be the current affairs. So what generally students do there, we will prepare only the current affairs. We will not focus on the static. So are you of this opinion or you have a different opinion on this?
sir. I am of the opinion that if I have time, I'll focus on the static, or I will focus on the static when the exam is not there, notification has not come. But in the end, like even if you think I'll focus on this, you do not get the time. So in the end, I was of the opinion that okay, I will revise the current affairs once more and 10-15 questions. Like I have the knowledge already. I have read it like before also. So static, if 10 question comes, 6-7 I will be able to answer.
Okay,
So okay, so these are the risks that I took.
taken.
Some summary,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So coming to the descriptive part in totality. Yeah, one more thing is for the ESI also you followed the EduTap material
Okay,
or was it a different
so
source?
yeah, for ESI I will explain.
Yeah.
So ESI, the first thing is current affairs. So the current affairs, you have to choose a preliminary source, and like I followed a different strategy. People said that you have to follow one source, stick to it, and revise it. But what I did was that I followed the EduTap monthly PDFs. Weekly, I printed them down, and actually the PDFs are designed to cater for the everyone. It is not person specific, but you have to make it person specific, as I would say. If there are 170 points, if there are, I think there are around 350 points headings in a single month. So what you can do is, okay, you have to mark your territory first in the ESI. Okay, this is the things that I will read about. This is what I read. So in the first reading, I just take the things that I will read about. I'll highlight the facts that I will revise. So out of 350, I reduced it to 150, 160 as per my own understanding what is important for the exam. Definitely. So once I read this was my preliminary source. From second, you can choose any other magazine that you want, and you can just give it once a read, because I think I used them for revision purposes. Because I when I first did it, I found it better that I revised from a different magazine, because 70 to 80% is the same thing written, right? So 1-2 facts you get extra and somehow you connect. So this strategy may not work for everyone. People would like to stick to the same source, but I used 2-3 source for 1-2 source extra for the revision. So I did not in the end I did not see them. In the end I followed my main source, but for the revision I just read them once. Okay,
And what
So
was your strategy related to the government schemes?
yeah,
You mentioned that you have prepared
yeah,
it on your own. So many of the aspirants will be looking at you that how you prepared the government series, schemes, not series,
okay.
schemes on your own.
So yeah, government scheme, the best strategy is to first choose the 10 ministries that are most important. So rather than going A to Z in all the government scheme once, try to focus on the 10 ministries. You can easily find list anywhere. Okay, these are the ministries that the most questions come from and most important from the economic and social perspective. Okay, then you can download any magazine you can find, and then you can just list out the schemes that everyone has written. And if you have time, then out of those, some are important schemes and some are derivative schemes. So you just make easy notes on them. You can use the same material or you can use your own research. It depends on what time you have, but I think government schemes are worth the time, because not only they give you like facts on the, like those facts can be used in many questions, and it also, you know, makes you develop a sense of guessing the answer in the government schemes, because in phase 1 there are some questions from the government schemes. Yeah. And those are multiple choice also. So okay, there's this account, can a minor open it, there was a statement. So from common sense, okay, why would not a minor be allowed? So from that logic, if you have read much data, you can put some logic, connect some dot and mark some answers which you are not sure.
So
So
putting efforts for government schemes in particular is a good
yeah,
strategy, because it's not only relevant for phase one but also in the phase two. It helps you not only in the descriptive part, but I think if I remember it, there were 11-12 questions directly from the schemes. And
yes,
if you know the answer, you know that this is correct. I have
yes,
scored it. But if you do
yes,
not know, you cannot guess it. Like
yes.
even the analysis part won't work.
Yes, analysis will only work you have if you know the base schemes
Base
and
scheme.
what
Yeah.
are the eligibility conditions, and
Yeah.
you know why this scheme is running.
It's
So
simple, pure mathematics. If you know
pure
the
math.
equation, you can do so.
Yes,
Otherwise, no.
and one more thing that what you know it will help is that when you read one other source that people follow is PIB. So I did not follow PIB from starting. I followed PIB for last 3 months. So you know that this is my, I would say, the third pillar. So you know, just open the PIP website every day. I open some links of the ministries that I think are most important. Open some links and then reduce then links to, okay, now I have 10 links, this is what I have to read. From those, in a Word file, I copy pasted the sentences, not the whole, because you cannot read the whole because it is a lot of data. There are some updates of the scheme, some changed eligibility conditions, new data. So you can compile it into a separate document. And I think like 10 pages for a month I got ready from PIB. Now from, for understanding these things from PIB, you need to know the scheme first. If you do not know that, if you do not know the scheme, well, for what I'm reading these updates for? I cannot understand the updates.
Updates,
Like,
yeah.
and if you know what was before and what is now, it is not a point of remembering, but it is a point of, you know, connecting the dots.
Okay.
Because there was a scheme ECLGS, so they updated the turnover. So you know, okay, first there was up to 500 crores that allowed, now they are allowing up to upon them. So you do not need to memorize the fact, you can just memorize, okay, पहले इतना allow किया था, अभी second part में इससे ज़्यादा कर दिया है, फिर finally और एक limit बढ़ा देंगे, एक exemption दे देंगे, जब आपको पुराने चीज में बस एक point add करना है अपनी memory में. So I think बहुत necessary है collection पूरा base बनाना इन
ओके,
सब चीजों के लिए.
सो निशांत, आपने काफी मतलब काफी अच्छे से अपनी सोर्सेस को इलेबोरेट किया कि कैसे हम प्रिपरेशन कर सकते हैं, क्या क्या रिसोर्सेज आपने फॉलो किया. अब देयर आर फ्यू क्वेश्चंस दैट आई वुड लाइक टू डिस्कस विद यू ऑन द डिस्क्रिप्टिव आंसर राइटिंग.
Yes, sir.
So Nishant, there is one question that is coming into my mind regarding the descriptive, and the question is like 2000 words in 90 minutes, 400 plus 600, and you have to attempt almost 4 questions out of 6. The option is there, so you can choose which questions you want to attempt it. But word limit always put a pressure on the mind of the aspirants. Yeah, do I have to attempt this much of word limit, or should I focus on the quality? So what was your approach in the real examination, and how much word limit have you tried to close?
Okay, so my approach was to, I would say, focus on the quality, because uh, if content is not in your mind, then if even if you can write 600 words, I don't think I would be able to write. If and I would, just to fill the 600 words, I would be wasting 2-3 minutes just to think, okay, now आखिरी की 200 वर्ड्स बच गए, अब क्या लिखना है, 1-2 मिनट तो उसी में वेस्ट हो जाएंगे. So typing speed, definitely people say play most role. So I did not have a problem with the typing speed. I think I have a good typing speed because in office, you have to type letters and all. So but just for the bit of extra practice, so I also used a office keyboard, like the long, high res high buttons
Yeah.
keyboard, not the
Okay, okay.
laptop ones.
Not the laptop ones, the
Yes,
smooth ones.
because yeah, not that, because in the laptop ones your fingers travel down much, but in the
Yeah.
high keyboards you have to lift your fingers up, and it hurts your palm. So
Yeah.
you have to practice it on a bit, because
Yeah.
keyboards are not very good in the exam hall.
Yeah.
So I knew, okay, I can, if I have the material, I can write approaching to answers. 300 and 500 I can write if I have the content. So content was the main thing. So when the descriptive part came into question in the notification, as everyone else, I was very worried, and I did not have any experience in writing descriptive questions. Also, I did not know how to write descriptive questions. So now, given the limited time, what is the best we can do? So I think what is the best I could do is that I did not have the time to practice typing the questions. What I can do is I can read the material a bit more carefully and from the mindset of a descriptive point of view. So this was my strategy for the descriptive in both finance and management and ESI as well.
Okay.
So what I did was that when I'm reading management, so earlier I could just understand, okay, the motivation I'm reading, I understood. This is the theory. But now what I'm thinking is that, okay, someone asked me what is the motivation, then I need to have a definition prepared. So the
Yeah.
basic definition I copied in a separate doc. Okay, motivation, leadership. Okay, so basic definition. Some data that you while reading you want to recollect later, and after that just say in it your mind, you know in Hindi you think like what is the motivation. Okay, तो मोटिवेशन होता है जो लोगों को मोटिवेट करता है, और उसके बाद मैं डेफिनेशन बता दूंगा, देन मैं एक एग्जांपल दे दूंगा, देन मैं बॉडी में हल्का सा एक्सप्लेन करके कंक्लूड कर दूंगा ये कितना इंपॉर्टेंट है. तो इस माइंडसेट से एक बार पढ़ के एंड देन मैंने मटेरियल रीड किया है, एंड देन उसके 3-4 revisions I did, and because I did not have the time to practice. For next year aspirants, I think they should definitely practice. I am not saying you do not practice. I
हाँ,
am
क्योंकि इस
saying
बार कंपटीशन भी बहुत ज्यादा हो
yeah,
जाएगा.
yeah,
एवरीवन विल बी नोइंग कि डिस्क्रिप्टिव तो है ही, अब करना है.
हाँ, क्योंकि इस बार तो करना ही है, लेकिन for us we did not have the time. So the best strategy I could think of is read with that mindset, develop that mindset. So like you had taken various sessions on these, like separate intro, body.
Yeah.
So I saw those sessions, and what I would say is for finance and management I was much more comfortable with the descriptive part. For ESI I was not.
Okay.
So if I will tell first ESI, what I did was that I waited since all the PDFs were uploaded till the end of the 1-2 weeks. So when all of the PDFs are uploaded, so I know that they are too much, I cannot cover all. So I chose 5 or 6 chapters. Okay, and next year candidates will have to do all.
All.
Okay, but this might not be relevant to them, but I'm just saying mine. So I chose 5 to 6 chapters. I made the notes out of them, and then there were question PDF also in some. So you can just see the question that are read. You seem relevant because you have to be highly selective, seeing the time. And every day when energy is down, when you do not have, okay, now I cannot read, I cannot remember, but I can give 1 or 2 more hours. I just the manual work of copy pasting 1-2 hours, and I did it till the end of the days. And last 2 days I revised all those descriptive that I copy pasted twice for the ESI. So I think, and that like that worked, because out of 6 question, I think out of 4 question that I attempted, 3 question are out of the chapters that I chose. So I was very comfortable.
Comfortable,
And
yeah.
yeah, and this is the luck, as you call it, that you chose it, and the question came from this.
But only luck helps the braves, as I
Yeah.
already shared.
Yeah.
You have taken the risk. I will, because I am running short of the time. So you strategize your own. You came up with your own strategy.
Yes.
So you have taken a risk.
Yes.
So that's why luck is just a word that is used, but
Yes.
there are a lot of efforts and risk that is behind that.
Yes, definitely. The risk is behind that, because everyone of this batch that gave exam this year, they have to choose the chapters.
They have to
Unless
choose.
unless you are from a maybe you are doing preparing for the IAS, you already have the knowledge of all this.
Yeah.
Since I have not prepared for any exam, so and I also did not ever read the ESI syllabus with that mindset.
Yeah.
So in ESI I chose, but in finance and management, I know that people are scoring way much in this, and I cannot let like even 1 or 2 marks beneath that. I have to score what other people scoring at the top. At
Okay.
least I have to target that. So in that I gave sufficient time in revising the material, not practicing. I would say I did not practice because no time, but I revised them with more detail and with more time. Earlier I used to revise much quickly, but this time I revised. I gave more time in reading and collecting and making a map in the brain. Okay, this is how I will explain this part I will use, this example I will use. So yeah, so this was the strategy for descriptive for all three.
Descriptive.
Yeah.
All three. So guys, there is a one very important suggestion that is by Nishan. If you know that there is a subject, and many of the toppers have mentioned it, that FM is one of the most scoring, though this is not a generalized statement, but many has shared that FM is the most scoring one as of now. So we suggest you that you cannot afford a mistake in a subject which is being treated as a scoring subject by most of the aspirants. You can afford a mistake in other sections like ESI because it's highly current affair oriented, but you cannot afford a mistake in a subject that is highly static oriented. So that is a very good suggestion by Nishan. So Nishan, now let's come to our interview part. That is the third stage. We have answered almost each and every point related to the phase one, phase two strategy, the sources that you have referred, and how you prepared all those content within the each of these subjects. Now coming to this interview. So what was the feeling going on at the time of interview? This is for this moment you have been waiting for past 2 years. You have put in all the efforts. So before going into the room, what was going into your mind?
uh, my mind actually really I just wanted to get it over with.
Get it
One
over
feeling was yeah, just
with.
just go in there and get it over with. Whatever, I cannot do anything now. And if they what from listening to everyone, what mindset I had it. Okay, you go in there, you answer their questions, you have already read all the subjects, you talk with them. If they like your personality, if they like your answers, then they will select you. From the past year trend, there is a already big hype. Okay, they will either select or they either reject. There is no mid marking going on. So those are the things that you have to manage. And I think the video conferencing mode, I think it helped me calm my nerves a little bit, because you feel more intimidated in person,
Person.
I think. Yeah. So in video conferencing, I think it calmed the nerve, soothed the nerve a little bit when going in. And I was also called on a short notice, so they had just come back from lunch and okay, now you have to go. So
Okay.
yeah, so I did not have time to must think about it. Just
Okay.
yeah, just went in there and gave the interview.
So any special preparation for the interview that you have
Yeah.
done? Yeah.
Okay. So what I have written something.
Yeah,
So
sure.
for interview, what I would say is that you have to be confident in yourself, and it will not happen in 1 or 2 months. What you have to think is that what I thought over time. So I got this advice, and then I thought that okay, this is what I have to do. So you think that okay, I'm working here, and I'm already capable, and I have already given so much effort in this exam, and people that they are also looking for, I have the qualities. And I do not have the knowledge of the level that matches theirs, but I have the knowledge of level that matches the candidates that are applying for the job. Okay, your knowledge may not in the finance, it may not match the people who are from banking. So people who are from banking, you cannot match the level of their knowledge. And what you have to think is they do not expect you to. If I am not from a banking background and they ask me some banking questions, even if they ask, although they would not ask, then how, why they, I don't think they are rational if they do not expect you to, but they expect. But what do they expect? That you will be able to communicate yourself clearly. Okay, in whatever language you are speaking, you are a little bit fluent with your thoughts, you are not going back on your words, because these are the human things, because they think, okay, he's not confident about what he is speaking. So these are the generic abilities that you have to develop over time. Okay, that I'll be confident, and if something got asked to me, if I do not know the answer, then okay, so I do not know the answer. Okay, ठीक है, मैं बाकी सब में बढ़िया से मेरे को कॉन्फिडेंस दिखाना है. So इंटिमिडेटेड फील नहीं करना है, जो मैंने
नहीं करना
सोचा.
है.
या
Okay.
जो मैंने सोचा,
So
ऑल्दो वहां पे होता ही है, पर ठीक है, वो आपको
because
सीखो
it's a
मैंने.
matter, because you are preparing for this exam and this is one stage that will decide your future. So definitely थोड़ा fear तो बनता है. It's also good कि आपको fear होता है, तभी आप prepare भी करते हैं अपने आप को. तो ऐसा अगर कोई कहता है कि सर मैं confident था, तो he is just lying.
No, no, no. No, I was even, the setup that I got is that you are visible from waist above there. So initially, I could not answer 1-2 questions, and then I found that, okay, my legs are vibrating a bit. So then, you drops your confidence, because the chairman asked 2-3 questions right from the start. He said, I will only ask 2 questions. And then he asked those 2 questions. I could not answer those 2 questions. So the confidence dropped very high. Then I thought, okay, just relax a bit, cross your legs. Why do you have to think that I have to, sit straight, and I have to, I do not think these things matter from a bit, but if it is hampering with the answers I'm giving, then I think why do it? So, I just, got back, shoulders down, a bit relaxed. Okay, ठीक है, ऐसा कर लेते हैं, क्या जा रहा है.
क्या जा रहा
क्योंकि
है.
ज्यादा
Yeah.
स्ट्रिक्ट इसमें मैं ध्यान रखूंगा कि मेरे को बैठना कैसे है, तो मैं आंसर क्या दूंगा.
हाँ.
ठीक है, तो वो तो पहले मन में सोच के आते हैं ना सर हम, कि ओके, आई विल सिट लाइक दिस, स्ट्रेट बैक, राइट इनटू द आईज, राइट इनटू द
बहुत सारे,
कैमरा.
क्योंकि बहुत सारे हमारे वो है ना कि हम बहुत
मोशंस.
सारे फीडबैक्स भी दिए जाते हैं
हाँ,
कि, और बहुत सारे मार्केट में नोशंस भी होते हैं कि यू हैव टू डू दिस, यू हैव टू वियर, इवन ड्रेस के ऊपर बहुत सारा होता है कि अच्छा आप ये नहीं कर सकते, ये कर सकते हैं. सो लॉट ऑफ नोशंस रहते हैं वहां पे. सो डेफिनेटली बहुत कुछ दिमाग में उस समय चल रहा होता है.
आप जो कर सकते हैं करो.
हाँ.
आपको बोलते हैं कि आप सूट पहन के जाओ, प्रॉपर अच्छे अच्छे कलर का पहनो, जो कूल टू आईज.
हाँ.
It can easily be done. Why deviate from it if it is
Yeah.
the norm, right?
हाँ.
So follow the norm which can be followed. So follow the norm of sitting properly. But if you are not able to sit properly, and you are getting your mind diverted due to this, you are wasting energy in how you are sitting, then I personally, at that time, I felt that this is not very much important. I just relaxed and gave the rest of the interview.
Okay.
So yeah, an interview went for quite long also. So yeah, so
Because generally I heard that it went only for 10 to 15 minutes for most of the aspirants.
yeah, that's what I saw from from the morning ahead, because I was the second last or third last candidate that day.
Okay.
So my interview went for 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Yeah. And when it came out of interview, I was relieved seeing the time only. Okay, now there must be something good that I have given for 30 minutes. So
Okay.
why think negative? So okay, 30 minutes लिया है, कुछ अच्छा लगा होगा उनको.
Okay.
So
So just a question मेरे मन में आ रहा है, if you want to, कि how many marks have you scored in the interview part?
71.
71. That's why it's 30. And guys, one important thing, he's not only scoring one of the highest marks in this interview, but as he mentioned, for the first 2 questions that have been asked to him by the chairman, he was not comfortable with the answers. So you can learn this from him, that you need to focus on the suggestions that he has given us. Like, you have to be fluent in your communication. You have to be very much clear, concise, crisp in terms of the answer you are delivering. I hope, Nishat, I'm quoting it correctly.
Yes.
So rather than focusing on different notions in the market, first you focus, more importantly, on the content that you are providing to them.
Yes. Okay. So yeah. So and I'll also add to it that 2 questions. I would not say they are not related to my field. If I think about it, they are related to my field. So जब you जाते हैं तो उन्होंने पूछा कि okay, what qualities do you, how would you think that you can fit here? So you tell all about your work experience. So that is the thing you have already remembered, done and dusted. Okay. Then उन्होंने कि आपने कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स किए हैं, तो बोलते हैं मैं 2 ही क्वेश्चन पूछूंगा. एंड देन प्रोक्योरमेंट क्या होता है, क्या बेसिक लॉ है. Now procurement, I never did procurement, so I did not know too, but I know that it is from the area of contract management that he is asking. He is not asking from here and there. He is asking from to the point, but I have not done that part of the job, so I was not able to answer. But then after that, he asked 4 or 5 more questions, basic about, so that when the chairman interview ended, then I was satisfied. Okay, I have given him like 5 out of 7 the questions that he asked. So
Okay.
yeah.
So guys, simple input that we can take from the interview of Nishant is that even if you are saying some or one or two, if you are saying no for one or two questions, or if you are not comfortable for one or two questions, that doesn't define your entire interview. So please be confident and try to provide the answers as per the suggestions which have been given by the Nishant.
Yes, and one more thing is that some people face that interviewers, they because interviewers are judging them, and they are judging the interviewers. Okay, like okay, he have asked this question. So one thing that happened to me is that I have written the increments part. Okay, so yeah, I want the 2 increments, and it's not that I wanted the 2 increments, but I did not wanted to write no, because I had the experience already 5 years in the at a manager position, so I wrote it. And chairman sir pointed it out, and he literally intimidated on that. He said, okay, you think, why do you want this is not given to anyone. And then मैंने अपने reasons बताए उनको, and then he said, no, you cannot judge yourself, this is not the way to go, ये हम देखेंगे. And then one more thing is that आप अभी हमें क्लियर बताओ, इस पॉइंट से आगे हम तभी बढ़ेंगे. He said we will move from here forward if you say, if you do not give you increment, would you come or not. So I think that whole conversation was very intimidating. Okay, I wanted to say sir increment नहीं चाहिए, इतना important नहीं है, ठीक है 3% है, ठीक है. So I wanted to say ठीक है sir, but once you have declared, then you cannot go back on your words also.
Okay.
Yeah, so I would say is that
so आपने इसको क्या कैसा, I actually wanted to know, आपने इस क्वेश्चन को कैसे, मतलब what was your final take कि सर चाहिए या नहीं चाहिए.
फाइनली मैंने बोला सर इंक्रीमेंट मैंने एक्सपीरियंस के बेस पे मांगा है, एंड मेरे को अपॉर्चुनिटी दिया गया, मैंने इसलिए मांगा है बिकॉज आपने पूछा एक तरीके से. बट मैं मतलब दिस इज नॉट माय टॉप प्रायोरिटी. माय टॉप प्रायोरिटी इज द एक्सपीरियंस एंड द करियर प्रोग्रेशन, जो मैंने पहले उनको ऑलरेडी आंसर्स बताए थे वाई आरबीआई में. सो वो सब मैंने बोल के देन उन्होंने बीच में काट दिया मुझे. ओके, आई गॉट योर पॉइंट. ओके, हाँ बोलता है देयर इज वेरी लेस टाइम, अदर पीपल विल आस्क यू. सो ऐसे इंटिमिडेशन एपिसोड्स किसी के साथ भी होते हैं, तो अगर आप उसमें काम रह पाते हो, इफ जैसे मुझे लगा कि मैं ठीक हैंडल किया इसको, अगर आप काम रह पाते हो तो डेफिनेटली आपके उस पे पॉजिटिव साइड पे वर्क करेगा इंटरव्यू में. आई थिंक सो, ऑल्दो आई डोंट नो व्हाट रियली वर्कड फॉर मी, आई कैन ओनली guess. Okay,
but your experience will definitely help other aspirants.
Yeah, sure.
Some very good inputs that you have been providing, that you have provided to us, and definitely many of the future aspirants will learn from it. So guys, here is Mr. Nishant. He has taken out time from his busy schedule, already working in IOCL, now is the grade B manager at the RBI. A dream come true. So Nishant, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, sir.
It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure having you here. And all we want is to wish you a very happy journey ahead for your future adventures.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for inviting me. And it has been a good experience for me also.
Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye, sir.